all happy and hunky-dory.
Except for our players, who shall learn that they are fools, as the race begins.
Sometimes we have to be a little bit of a fool in order to gain wisdom. But first, let's gain some knowledge of chests. Freebie key, nice!
Ooh, 2 keys and gold to start out with, so... By 2 keys, I mean 6. Because you can guess where they're going to go immediately.
Almost. Eternal Newbie apparently wanted to see the king one last time.
Yeah, he's actually setting up the... He's actually setting up the early potential gold grind.
Well, here is hoping that Tangijil's treasury actually has a gold chest in the 3rd or 4th one opened, in order for that to happen.
Yeah, Sparkover not going to do that, so we're going to see the treasury right now. And we have a torch. We have some fairy water. Gold in the bottom right.
And a guard trying to literally guard more gold.
And Eternal Newbie has found the axe ghost.
But perhaps more importantly, has that gold grind.
Yeah, it's never too early to start printing some money. Although, that will depend on if our runners can find a town nearby. Of course, the bottom of Tantagel not going to have a town. It will have green dragons, though.
I think that was Garen's grave, because we were able to move 2 to the right and 1 down from the starting stairs.
Oh, that's good news, because that means our runners can actually just set up an at-will gold grind. Eventually.
And we start in what looks like the southern part of the world. We already
have a town.
But we also have a blue slime that ran away immediately. Note the agility scores.
Oh, and we have magicians breathing fire.
And Will Wagner music in chat was actually correct. That was Swamp Cave North.
Okay, so scratch what I just said, unless that Swamp Cave loops...
Connects to the back of Karen Ham.
Okay, so what's this town?
Breckenary. We at least get to learn what we can spend our gold on. Silver Shield, Flame Sword, Full Plate?
Yeah, that's going to be excellent news for... Well, Eternal only bought enough... Only grinded up enough cash for the Silver Shield. But still, that's 20 defense. And that's 20 defense that is never going to be obsoleted, so that's going to be a big advantage this early.
Now, Eternal Newbie has to make it to Breckenary, basically without getting attacked by anyone.
Oh, didn't go north.
Well, at least we can see what's east.
Whole bunch of ghosts, none of the axe variety.
Ooh, werewolves.
Did any of our runners check spells yet, as Eternal Newbie manages to find another town? And this is Rimmaldar.
Our runners did check spells at the beginning, none at the start.
Okay, so we'll see what's in here.
Another Flame Sword. As Sparkover gains a level up, the numbers 3, 1, 7, 2, and a spell, Radiant and Heal More. Nice.
Heal More a little bit wasted this early, because it just heals so much. more than our runners have. Our runners having, what was it, 21 health now. Bit of overkill when the minimum roll Healmore can do is something like 85.
Rimuldar only having 1 key after spending 2, and ooh! Sharlock is right nearby.
Speaking of right nearby, here comes level 3, 1028.
Well, there's another Healmore for ya. And Eternal Newbie is jumping up 2 levels.
Although, because of the double level, Eternal Newbie is not going to notice right away that Healmore and Radiant have been picked up.
That is true.
Although here comes level 4, giving 8 to Empty Eye and 5.
Now, we can confirm no spells were learned at level 4, but again, that lack of dialogue... It's certainly an interesting situation that you typically would not encounter in your vanilla 6-hour grind. Maybe in the luck manipulation category.
Yeah, Eternal Newbie missing out on the early Silver Shield, but until now was putting that Flame Sword to real good use.
I cannot blame Eternal Newbie for that decision at all. And ooh, Poltergeists have hurt more.
Yeah, and Sparkover even got a critical hit on that Poltergeist, putting 10 into it, and then, well, it responded in kind.
And Z-Man in chat is asking who did gold grinds. Eternal Newbie did, Sparkover did not. As right now, Eternal Newbie is attempting to go to the other end of Swamp Cave. And I think Sparkover is going to join.
And Eternal Newbie just gets smited instantly by a green dragon.
Will Sparkover have better luck?
Ooh, hero run right until the end where there's a wizard.
And 2-hit KO.
Yeah, this cave zone having hints of Sharlock in it with the green dragon and the wizard already seen. And there's a one-hit KO. And Sparkover taking the 2 chests, probably gonna buy some half-plate if she can make it past this Magidrake. And I think Eternal Newbie has just noticed Breckenary. And it's also going to notice this level giving 1 power, 1 agility, 6 health, 1 magic, and a spell of Stop Spell.
And now, Eternal Newbie has noticed the spells gained. Probably wondering, wait, did I have that this entire time?
For all he knows, he just got 3 spells in 1 level. But really hasn't had much of a chance to put the Healmore to use anything, so not much of a loss there.
Alright, half plate is acquired by Sparkover. She does appear to be playing on. There has been some discussion in chat as to whether she should reset and go for effectively, wipe the experience gained by this point but effectively gold grind all the way up to Flame Sword, Silver Shield, and Full Plate.
Yeah, that's an excellent set of gear to start with. Best raw stat you can get out of a shop.
Right, the magic armor has the same stats as the Full Plate, but also offers the healing benefit every 4 steps, right?
That and some hurt resistance. Meanwhile, Newbie's going to take his gold and stock up on some herbs and a dragon scale for 2 more defense.
Ah, Eternal Newbie also did purchase the dragon scale and has already equipped it. Nice. As Sparkover is now catching up to level 5.
And you can see Eternal Newbie just putting this flame sword to work.
Sorry, I was a little bit, nervous. I saw the magician, firing, well, fire, literally, but it was fortunately the, smaller form, not the Dragon Lord Breath one.
Oh, something interesting. There's actually a path out to the west here our runners can take. We'll see what's over there.
Magidrakies. But otherwise, not too much yet, as Eternal Newbie is going to attempt to go through Swamp Cave yet again. Also, we have 2 new warriors that have joined us. Welcome, everyone. This is Dragon Warrior Randomizer. Your leader, Dark Shadows, has brought you here to witness these 2 warriors, Eternal Newbie and Sparkover, go at it in a tournament match. As Eternal Newbie now gains a level, the numbers 6, 12, 4, and nothing.
Not too bad, finally. Levels have been a bit on the low side so far. I haven't had to... Oh! So about that gold grind.
This is a ridiculous grind potential. We find Silver Harp, I think.
Yep,
Gold,
that was the silver harp.
and gold.
And a couple of golds.
So everyone in chat that was talking about the possibilities, let's see. Ooh, there's the full plate. And a hand axe. Yeah, we don't really need the hand axe anymore. Or at least Eternal Newbie doesn't.
But yeah, the silver harp, one of the 3 items in a chest required to complete the game. They'll be looking for a cave that's kind of has a C shape with a guy in it. Talk to that guy, trade in the silver harp, and in the chest behind him will be the Staff of Rain. Meanwhile, I think Eternal Newbie just accidentally walked out, meaning to head back down into the swamp cave, maybe just try walk through. If he dies, oh well. Either way, just print some more money, get some silver shield, and be happy with life.
As long as he still has 1 more key in order to actually get more keys and take advantage of the treasury. Alright, Sparkover now is the proud owner of a hand axe.
Yay. I mean, 15 attack power is not bad. I'll bring that total attack power up to 41, which will take out a lot of the lower tier enemies in 1 or 2 swings.
Oh, an Eternal Newbie managed to go encounter free, so able to just purchase keys straight up, even if out. And I think Sparkover is about to do the same thing.
Now, Eternal Newbie just needs to... Yeah, go to the throne room. Part of the gold grind is you have to remember that you need to activate those 3 chests in the throne room to count towards the 8 required to initiate the grind.
And while Sparkover does take a death here, as long as she has a key, then this'll still work. I don't know her key count, though.
Hopefully it's enough.
There's your axe, Ghost. She has it.
And here we have the synchronized money printing.
Well, this is a good time to mention to please follow our runners as they are breaking the economy. And don't forget to follow the rest of the staff here. Smashing my commentary partner, Centroid41R Tracker, MathGirl718, bringing it all to you today.
And bringing all the defense to Eternal Newbie today is going to be this Breckenary Shopkeeper, as this defense power is about to jump way up.
Are we supposed to actually thank Breckenary for something?
Cheap ends.
Wasn't what I meant, but okay, we'll go with it.
And today, convenient gearing.
Just a little bit more, Sparkover. And then you'll have enough gold to get everything. Alright, I think she knows where she's going.
But first she must defeat the slime.
Or just ditch it, yeah. That works too.
And at about 18 minutes in, we're going to have equal gear situations, and I'd say a little bit of an exploration and experience advantage to Eternal Newbie, but still a very close race.
Agreed. Right now, it's a matter of finding some more towns that have items. Ooh. Well, that empty area looks like it's prime for a potential search spot, but I don't know if we're even going to have it yet.
Meanwhile, Sparkover finding out the hard way that Army Knights may decide to poke you every once in a while with a hurt spell, but they can also just sleep you and wreck you. Oh, and there's a delicious level 7 with 7, 10, 10, 7.
Palindromic. Nice. I did not catch any spells from level 7, though.
No spells. And as it turns out, west of Tantagel has big ol' pile of nothing.
Well, it has Armored Knights if you want to grind against them.
Well, you can always block the spell and then try to hack them down. Or run.
So, at the very least, we have a reason to head to this, no one's land, effectively.
Armor Knights do like their spells, though. If that stop spell resistance is indeed low, then they're not going to be too bad as long as you have some way to heal your MP, because you can just slap the op spell on and they'll just sit there and try to cast on you over and over again. Although, as we say that, Eternal Newbie takes a hit to the face.
Werewolves, once again, able to dodge, though. But we haven't really explored much west of Rimmildar, if I recall correctly.
We have not. Which leads me to wonder, is this a small first continent with a big second continent?
I don't recall our runners exploring too much past Garenham.
Yeah, I think this desert that Eternal's in right now is about as far as any exploration went.
However, Sparkover is actually going to check out the other part of the world. We don't know if it's necessarily one continent or two. Ooh, Armored Knights have basically said no. Sparkover side, lots of desert.
It looks like Eternal Newbie's just saying no to that and is going to follow in Sparkover's footsteps.
It looks like both sides, no matter what, have a big patch of swamp that our runners would prefer to avoid.
Oh, and there's some of the kind of middle tier enemies like the Druid Lord that we went to see with these stats. Yeah, and the Rogue Scorpion as well, actually being defense broken, so not taking much damage from it is Eternal Newbie and just hacking away little by little as they also have high agility.
Sparkover in a similar situation. Again, just one level behind, but not too bad right now. Red Slimes, we don't care about you right now, really.
Ooh, and the Wraith Knight. This could actually be a nice area to just sit down and gain a few levels for the road ahead.
Alright,
Yeah,
Sparkover has...
Eternal Newbie able to clean up that Wraith Knight nicely, and it's going to clean up this Wyvern nicely as well, so plenty of experience getting obtained here, and should have some levels to come with it, like right now.
Call those numbers.
12, 2, 1, 5. Spell of Hurtmore.
There was a
Bridge.
second spell as well. Repel.
Who cares about Repel? We have Hurtmore. We also have the Bridge of Sparkover.
Oh, if Sparkover does not find that bridge that leads to nowhere, she is going to be upset. But so far, this seed is actually progressing nicely, all things considered.
Yeah, that early gear really helping to mitigate the kind of lousy stats we had at the start, and well, now that we have hurt more, things are about to pick up.
Alright, Sparkover is going to attempt to explore beyond Rimmeldar, I think. Meanwhile, I'm suspecting the southern part, you know, the south of Garenham didn't really have anything worthwhile. Since I'm seeing Eternal Newbie already retreat.
Yeah, we haven't found anything so far over on this second continent. Really, we haven't found anything other than the initial towns, so still plenty of exploring to do.
And the unfortunate part is out of Healmores. So has to find a town with an inn or risk taking a death.
Looks like Eternal Newbie's actually retreating back to Garenham for the time being. Gonna take out this Druid Lord and then keep on heading back. Actually going to gain level 9 with some stats of 1, 3, 7, 3.
Bit of a small one, though the HP gain is nice. And at the same time, Sparkover went up to level 8.
Yeah, Sparkover, the recipient of a shiny new Hurtmore spell, which shall be applied directly to the werewolf.
You just reminded me of one of those silly commercials back in the day. Hurtmore, apply directly to the werewolf. Hurtmore, apply directly to the werewolf. Hurtmore, apply directly to the werewolf.
Although, werewolf is actually one of the monsters that's kind of a little iffy with the Hurtmore to kill them in one shot. I'd rather be finding something like the Axe Knight. And E-Tap, the second spell was Repel. Although I don't think you want to cast Repel at the moment because with this much defense, they'd actually be repelling stuff away like the Rogue Scorpion, which are excellent targets for the Hurtmore.
Octorock385 is asking who our players are running as. These are custom sprites that have been put into the randomizer. As far as who they are, I could not tell you. Oh boy, Red Dragon sighting on Sparkover side. The Fun Police have spoken.
Back to start. As level 10, 1, 2, 2, 4, spell of heal. Ooh, cave. Eternal Newbie, that was cave. I think Eternal Newbie's gonna try to get a better angle on this cave before approaching to take less steps through the swamps.
I did not see the cave, but considering all the swamp I'm seeing, I can believe that. Oh boy, danger health. Alright, which cave? Mountain. 5 chests available, assuming we can deal with the enemies inside. First chest. Considering we haven't seen the outside spell yet, that's useful. Also, was there nothing? I don't think there was anything west of, Rimmildar there. Stones of Sunlight, second chest in Mountain Cave.
Yep, and that's... You just get that item and you're good to go with that. And we also find the Death Necklace.
And we also find, question mark, a Demon Knight.
Yeah, Demon Knights with hurt. Might be something you can fight down.
Alright, I think chat has mostly confirmed that there was nothing beyond Rimmildar, so second continent is the way to go.
Newbie really wants this chest. And is going to get it for some wings.
We started with wings, we finished with wings.
You have to get a proper pair, you know.
We've already had the palindromic level up. I'm honestly surprised we got that by now. However, I think we should check out what's in Garen's grave. I think our runners are leveled up enough for it. You know, wherever it is, anyway. Alright, Sparkover is now on level 9. As Eternal Newbie recharges at Garenham.
Yeah, I can recharge both herbs and at the end for some MP.
Don't forget the torches. Alright, Sparkover heading east of Garenham. I think this was the area where Eternal Newbie explored previously, and I don't recall there being much of anything.
Just a whole bunch of plains, a little forest there, a few mountains over on the other side. And Sparkover actually encountering nothing because of the repel spell, which, like I said, you cast that with this much defense, you're telling all those rogue scorpions, those wyverns, those wraith knights, you're just telling them all to take a hike.
Well, some of them could offer decent experience. I mean, not as much as, say, an Axe Knight, or... But, you know, there's still plenty. Ooh, new cave sighting. What's inside? Tablet Cave, while Eternal Newbie has found Cantlin.
And with all that gear, is just going straight for the old man. With potentially some coordinates. Although the strategy is not to try to take the barrier tile and not to try to hurt more the barrier tile. Don't do those things.
Fighter's Ring in the Tablet Cave. And time for the knowledge. Thou must go and fight! No overworld search spot today, folks.
Yeah, we just have a cheerleader.
Let him garden. Well, that will at least... So... That means we are going to encounter either Erdrick's token or the fairy flute in a treasure chest.
That is correct, and we have still not discovered Garen's grave, so... Gotta keep our eyes out for that one.
We haven't even encountered the Stones of Sunlight cave.
But what we did encounter is an armor knight. Got taken down 5830.
That is a very big batch of swamp, and this time I can honestly say I didn't even roll the seed this time. Ooh, northern edge of the continent, and another cave.
And a drone wood to take down.
While Eternal Newbie is back in Rimmildar.
Yeah, Eternal Newbie about to get the bad news that this is just about all on the second continent.
Alright, final cave, I think here is Garen's grave.
And there's a Demon Knight. Gonna put the hurt on Sparkover, but with that Flame Sword it goes down in 2 hits.
An Eternal Newbie using the wings. While Sparkover left? Oh, okay, she did get to see the other end of the Sparkover bridge, but why did she leave Garen's grave?
I am not sure. Oh, no MP.
Ooh.
And now it's going to have to spend a good chunk of this herb stock to get back through this swamp unless it terminates right there.
I completely missed the low MP warning.
Oh, that's a little tricky. Green dragons with the Heal More spell.
Just makes defeating them that much tougher. Now, will Eternal Newbie check Guardian tile just to see if it's an enemy worth grinding on? Why,
Looks like it.
There are 3 Guardian tiles in the game. The first one right here. Oh, look at that. It's an Axe Knight.
Commence training.
Dum, bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum. Wait, is that the appropriate training music?
I believe so.
However, Eternal Newbie does have to be careful about those MP reserves.
Well, the thing is, this is in Tantagel's basement. So you get low on MP, you just kind of sit there and let the Axe Knight hit you in the face a few times, and you go back to the king, get full MP, and repeat the process.
But
and
first,
gain levels like this one, which has 24,
14!
20!
Smashy?
I think we found the stats. I think we found all the stats except health.
Yeah! Just... Oh, look at all of those orange colors there. Sparkover now receives the news. Thou must go and fight.
Meanwhile, Eternal Newbie, yeah, is just sticking with it. Eternal Newbie, thou must go and fight the Axe Knight over and over until thou art ready.
Alright, so while Eternal Newbie is going to have a predictable pattern right now, let's at least explain what the colors mean on the bottom of your screen. So you see all of the runners' stats. They are color-coded based off of how good they are individually to take on the Dragon Lord, assuming you were to actually go down and encounter it. Red means you started way below average. That only happened with HP, I believe, at the start of this seed. White is, okay, we're starting out. Orange means seriously consider it. Green means that stat is good. And right now, we have 5 stats in orange. If we can get HP up to orange and 2 of those other orange ones to green, that may be worthwhile to consider thinking about making a dive to Charlotte Castle for the purpose of winning the game.
Although, first off, we still have to get a bunch of items. We still need to find the Staff Cave to get that traded in. We still need to find the token, and it probably wouldn't hurt to find Erdrick's armor as well, so we've still got quite a bit of exploration left in this game.
We haven't even found that jerk guy, have we?
Oh right, we also gotta find that jerk guy.
The jerk guy is the Rainbow Drop cave owner, who, if you visit without Erdrick's token, he becomes a jerk and kicks you out.
Welcome to level 10, Sparkover.
Sparkover may have the exploration advantage right now, but Eternal Newbie's going to have the huge combat advantage. Up to NG asks if the search spot at Hawk's Nest was checked. I don't recall Hawk's Nest being found yet, but first some more numbers. 00123. That's where the HP went.
Still nowhere close. That's just going to bring us... well, bring us up to that number, which we'd rather have 97 at the minimum in order to take 2 Dragon Lord breaths.
Yeah, 97 is the magic number to turn that HP stat orange. And in the meantime... okay, that was a town that we had found already, I guess. I
believe that was Cantlin.
Ah. I've seen Cantlin on both of our runners, but I did not catch exactly where it was. I was always looking at the other screen at the time.
Meanwhile, it looks like Sparkover's gotten done in the mountain cave to obtain the Death Necklace and the Stones of Sunlight.
Hang on, I'm double checking something. What, did a new spell? No, it looks like we are still 6 spells for Eternal Newbie by level 13. Unless I just missed something again. I'm double checking the replay.
I think Return's been picked up? Or does Sparkover also have that?
It'll be a little hard for me to tell while we're still fighting these wizards. Nope. If anything, Return was learned probably at level 13. Our runners will learn all of the spells possible at level 16. Or by 16, I should say.
And Eternal Newbie is looped around here. I believe this is going to be Tablet Cave and the Fighter's Ring.
That is correct.
Meanwhile, Sparkover is again out of MP and is going to have to make a pit stop here.
And, folks, Heal was learned at level 10, so Sparkover already has it. However, only has one casting available of it.
Well, currently, just has to take a few more steps. And there's Garenham to recover.
And that looked like the northern end of the world on Eternal Newbie's side. A little bit too flat for my liking. I'll admit, I never understood how the spell of Repel lasts overnight. I mean, I know game logistic-wise it's probably based off of the number of tiles you walk, but passage of time is just completely ignored somehow.
I have nothing.
Fair enough. Alright, both runners back on the second continent. We have a number of places to find right now. We haven't found coal yet. We haven't found Hawk's Nest. We haven't found either of the 3 caves where old men and treasure chests reside. We have found Garen's grave, but we haven't actually gotten any of the chests inside of it.
Yeah, Sparkover, I think, took about 3 steps in, fought a Demon Knight, realized she was out of MP, and just noped out. I think that was a level 11 for Sparkover.
That was level 11, yes. As Eternal Newbie is now in Garen's grave. However, definitely has a lot more stats to work with here.
Yeah, I believe it was level 12 that was the big gain, right? Ooh, we got Metal Slimes. And he hits him for 1. 2.
Oh. No! Okay, Metal Slime is still in the fight.
3!
There we go.
Eternal Newbie pins that Metal Slime down for 255 experience. And nothing. Torch. Dragon Scale.
That nothing was possibly either an herb or a key, depending on what they were full on.
Either way, it was nothing relevant. Oh, we got another Metal Slime. And it looks like Sparkover is going to be joining Eternal Newbie in Garen's grave here in this moment as down goes another Metal Slime.
Alright, Eternal Newbie has opened the back way to Garen's grave. Here is hoping, I mean, right now folks in chat want there to be something good. As far as what it can be. It could be Erdrick's token, it could be the fairy flute, it could be Erdrick's sword.
Meanwhile, Sparkover's actually going to keep going west here, going to find some more land here, and there's the token!
Erdrick's token in the 4th chest of Garen's grave.
So now all we need to do is find the Staff of Rain cave, and that will be all the items to make the rainbow drop, once we find that cave.
And this is a very long, what's the term, straight?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it's a very long, narrow corridor just to get somewhere. And hopefully that somewhere is the other towns and caves that we're looking for.
Oh, it keeps going!
Nothing! And Eternal Newbie finds one cursed belt.
Okay, so what that confirms, with the Erdrick's token and the cursed belt found, we know, and no coordinates, we know the flute and the armor are at the 2 remaining towns.
So it's just a question of where are those towns? They're the only 2 we haven't found yet.
Also, we got a level of 1-2, 14-2, spell of, oh, that's convenient, outside.
And hurt, so we're just missing sleep.
And Eternal Newbie is about to take the long walk of nothing.
So where are those towns?
Getting that high five action on, and ouch! Sparkover gets sniped by a golem on the way to the grave.
That's never a good thing. Fortunately, Sparkover is able to recover a little bit. Just, keep her chin up and resume. Ooh, that agility level up turned Eternal Newbie's stat green. So, just focusing on agility by itself, that stat is good enough to make a dive to defeat the Dragon Lord. We need more stats to be green, though.
Yeah, I think what will happen is, upon getting Erdrick's armor, Eternal Newbie will gain 4 more defensive power, as Sparkover is about to get some real good news.
Yes, the triple threat level.
Yeah,
and then HP will catch up 2 levels after.
Yeah, let's just bask in the glory of that level again. But anyways, when Eternal Newbie picks up Erdrick's armor, he'll gain 4 more defensive power, and at 88 defense, will have enough that the second form of Dragon Lord can only punch as hard as a normal Dragon Breath. Usually when we go for 97 health, that's in relation to the Dragon Lord breath, but sometimes that math can get a bit messed up if the Dragon Lord can hit harder with a physical attack, so good bit of peace of mind there.
Oh, Red Dragon's causing problems once again.
Yeah, Sparkover back at Rimeldar for some reason. Eternal Newbie going south. I think that's the only way we haven't gone because of that big swamp, and finds bonus cave. What is our bonus today?
A torch.
Bonus light.
I see another town. It's either Cole or Hawk's Nest. Which one?
Hawk's Nest.
The the abandoned slash monster filled slash haunted town of Hawk's Nest. It has many adjectives, but it's evil. And we have to search for one search spot inside that tucked away forest tile, but it is guarded by the second of our guardian monsters, a stone man.
And no sleep, so he's just gonna have to hack this thing down and... Ooh, okay, baby breath.
In this case, the baby breath is going to be Eternal Newbie's saving grace here.
Yeah, you always clench for a moment when you hear that fire-breathing noise.
So we have another possible grind, but in this case, the fairy flute is found here.
So yeah, we're looking for coal for the armor. Also, don't grind stone, man.
So where is coal?
Right there.
Right? And of course it's surrounded by swamp, because why not?
It's right there.
Go get your armor south of the fountain. There you go.
So, with that pickup, that is 4 more defensive power over the full plate, but also all this swamp now does no damage. All this fire breath that we've seen does 1/3 less damage. All these hurt spells we've seen do 1/3 less damage. All these stop spells completely negated. All this HP you've lost, you get 1 of it back every 4 steps. All this cave we found is the Staff Cave.
Smashy, I just realized something.
Did I miss something?
Well, not so much in your description of Erdrick's armor, which you did excellently on, by the way. But I am talking more about... Oh, here's the Jerk Cave. Where is Erdrick's sword located? I think at this point it has to be inside Sharlock Castle.
Yep.
So... well, I had fun with this the last time I did practically all solo stand here. Folks, by a dollar amount or position, or the judges table if you really want to be evil, where do you think Sharlock's, or where do you think Erdrick's sword is located? And when I say dollar amount, I mean the $25,000 pyramid show, or $100,000 depending on your location and whatnot. Sports Hefe going for middle left, board 5555 going for the judges table. Centroid
I'm more
wanting
of a middle right in the middle of that kind of area.
You want 250 then? Alright.
But of course, first thing that Eternal Newbie's gonna do, he's in item go mode, so all he needs is stats and, well, there's an Axe Knight right here.
You have 30 seconds to name enemies worth fighting. I repeat, enemies worth fighting. Ready. Go!
Axe Knight.
Ding!
Green Dragon.
Ding!
Okay, not so much ding with that heal more, but... yeah.
Sorry, I was just having fun with the whole pyramid thing here. I may not be a Dick Clark, but hopefully I can at least be a decent facsimile.
Key Audition calling out the blue dragon. I don't think we've actually found a blue dragon yet.
I don't think we have either. Which means it's probably hiding in Sherlock Castle.
And it probably has horrible, horrible things. Speaking of horrible, horrible things, Sparkover taking the wrong turn at Albuquerque, finding a big old swamp full of nothing.
Alright, I do believe Sparkover is on the right path. There's Hawk's Nest.
Yeah, just gotta go north from here, brave the swamp, and Erdrick's armor will be in her hands.
Has enough for 2 heals if necessary.
I think she has plenty of herbs to get through.
Yeah.
The problem is, she's getting all this stuff. She'll be in go grind mode soon, but look at that experience difference. Eternal Newbie is almost doubling Sparkover at this point.
Sports FA brought up a very good point.
Oh, yeah, she still has to dive into the grave to get the token.
That is correct. Erdrick's token is hiding away behind the door in Garen's grave.
And the problem is, it's pretty much on the opposite end of this continent, so she has a long walk back to it.
And Sparkover realizes that that final cave is where the rainbow drop will be picked up. So right now she is probably going to go to Hawk's Nest, or not?
She has the flute. She's already beaten the Stone Man.
Oh, I had missed that.
And as we know, that was bonus torch, so I think all that she has to do is dive into the grave to pick up the token, and then make another trek back to the jerk, and then that'll be it for her.
It is unfortunate that we have to spend time traversing instead of fighting, as Eternal Newbie goes up to level 15. The numbers 2, 10, 8, 3, they're asleep. All spells learned.
Yeah, and this has been actually real good on the agility. 87, not going to have too many problems escaping from stuff and getting damage breaks.
However, the health is not high enough yet. We need at least 6 more hit points, along with all the other stats improving as well.
Yeah, strength isn't there as well. That's only about a, 7 to 3 range?
Yeah, but keep in mind, strength can possibly be a little lower once we get Erdrick's sword.
Yeah, I just thought we don't have the sword yet, and that will be plus 12 to the AP, which will actually bump it up to 127, which isn't too terrible.
127 minus 100 is 27. It'll become 6 to 13 damage. Not really ideal with the other stats we have right now. We have enough MP for 9 heal mores. Ideally, we would like 12 minimum, I think?
Any way you cut it, we're going to at least 16.
Shin Sero is asking where Erdrick's sword is. We know it's somewhere in Sherlock. It is either going to be in the 6 chests in the Pyramid Treasury, or the 1 chest at the judge's table, aka its vanilla location. Fortunately, Sparkover now has that token and is 1 step closer to getting into Sherlock.
Sparkover gonna continue this dive looking for sword and get the bad news that it's just a belt down here.
She may not be upset about it. I think she likes finding them.
Well, it's not as nice as finding, well, a sword.
I know, but I'm reasonably sure that she has called them Sparkover corsets before, because what the curse belts do is it basically it squeezes you very tightly and will refuse to let you go. Great for making a fashion statement, but not so much for combat. That and the king is so repulsed by how you look that you'll get kicked out of the castle every time you die.
Yeah, the king of Tantagel, not really a fan of that particular fashion statement.
Fortunately, there is a way to remove any cursed equipment. Head to Breckenary. There is a person over there that is able to relieve your body of the tightening. However, once relieved, you can't get it back. Apparently, those in Breckenary like to be trapped in fashion even more. Though speaking of cursed items, we should at least talk about the Death Necklace. That is also a cursed item. Instead of squeezing your waist, it squeezes your neck. However, apparently squeezing your neck offers a little bit of a risk-reward system, at least with the current flag set on this randomizer. If you put it on, you do gain more strength. Probably just total rage about having your neck squeezed, but at the same time, a quarter of your health is literally choked out of you.
Would be nice if our runners had huge health, but not so much on the strength. Not looking like it just yet on this seat, though.
Yeah, in order for us to really take advantage of it, we need a big health boost, maybe on 16. 6, 2, 1... 13 magic, though.
Yeah, getting us up to 10 total heal mores, but yeah, we're going to 17.
Alright, strength stat has turned green. So at the very least, once we get Erdrick's sword, you know, attack power is going to be good enough.
Also, something to note, Eternal Newbie's actually going to have a bit of trouble death warping off this Axe Knight now, because with 94 defense, Eternal Newbie's actually defense breaking the Axe Knight.
How much power do you think Eternal Newbie can deliver with just physical strikes? Because that may be the best way to go.
Well, it's the only way he can go now. 32, that can lead to a 2-shot.
Worst case, 3. Now, there is some discussion in chat about when to actually dive Sharlock Castle. We know Erdrick's sword is located inside, but we don't know exactly where. Perhaps Eternal Newbie is thinking, I'll just pick up the sword along the way and then immediately use it on the Dragon Lord.
I don't disagree with that play against the monster where you'll be against the grind target where you'll want to just spam hurt more over and over. You don't really need the sword for that. Now, if this was something like a blue dragon, then yeah, sure, go get your sword, chop them up a bit faster, and then make your dive. But Axe Knight, let's just spam the hurt more.
Speaking of Axe Knights, look where Sparkover is. We are about to have simultaneous grind attempts here.
The problem is, look at where Sparkover's experience is.
I know, Eternal Newbie has more than double at this point. So, once again, this is a good time to suggest that you follow our runners as they are decimating the Axe Knight population. Please have your axes doled and, put away, I guess? Okay, if I'm to reference Bob Barker, I need to come up with a better way of doing so. And also, don't forget to follow our various Randomania staff here. Smashing, my commentary partner. Centroid, our tracker. MathGirl718, our restreamer, bringing this to you.
Yeah, the first match of the bracket stages, one of these runners will go on to face Dataplet in the next round, and the other one, well, their tournament ends. So the stakes are as high as they're gonna get.
Pretty much. So that second match is going to come on Randomania at about 9 p.m. Eastern, so about 50 minutes away, or when this match concludes, whichever happens second, technically. I do not believe we've rolled a 2+ hour seed, though, so most likely both runners will get to finish in time. And also, I believe we may have a Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer weekly race also at 9. We are just pending staff. Level up time, 4, 4, 11, 2. That may be worth taking a dive.
Yeah, that gets you 11 heal mores. No, not 11. Okay, a bit low on that, but the HP's good. Once you get Erdrick's Sword, that attack power is going to be 139, that's good. Defense power is good. But Eternal Newbie's still going at it.
Probably wants that extra heal more.
Or does Eternal Newbie not realize that he's on Flame Sword stats instead of Erdrick's Sword stats?
Oh. He saw the stats earlier. Seeing the stats also shows you the weapon. Okay, he's leaving.
Yeah, I think he realized... Hold on a second. So once Erdrick's Sword happens, we're looking at a 9 to 19 damage range for an average of 14 per hit. We've got 10 heal mores in the bank. Chat's calling it borderline. And I'd say he has a pretty decent shot.
Well, we are about to find out. Eternal Newbie has entered. Once again, we are still opening guesses for where Erdrick's Sword is located. Is it on the pyramid or at the judges' table?
Looks like Eternal Newbie is going to pick up some experience on the way down. Certainly capable of doing so with how much stuff is defense broken. I think the Blue Dragon's actually defense broken now. Certainly not the Armor Knight.
Yeah, there's that 20 proving it.
Okay, no, Blue Dragon has 98 strength, so a couple of defense short on that. Ryu Station throwing out his guess at the judges' table in chat. As Eternal Newbie not having much luck with this Armor Knight throwing out the hit for big damage.
We may see a gain to level 18 on the way down. And depending on the enemies we find, we may hit it, as Sports FA says. 14,250 experience is what we're after. Alright. Eternal Newbie using a heal spell, that is smart. Can spend one more heal spell if I saw the MP right. Jakite asks how Sparkover fell behind. Eternal Newbie found the Axe Knight Guardian tile first, and took advantage of it. That and Sparkover had to retread the world at least 1 or 2 extra times more than Eternal Newbie did, since the Erdrick's token was found in Garen's grave, and Eternal Newbie was able to get that on the first go-around. Now Sparkover finding the red dragons. Able to take one out and gets up to level 15. Now she has all the spells. And she is making the play to Sharlock Castle.
Meanwhile, Eternal Newbie has made it to the U with the final monster zone, and oh hey, it's a blue dragon.
Wondered where they were going to show up.
Ooh, this could be a very rough final zone. We've got the blue dragon, we've got the armor knight. 2 monsters that are not defense broken yet.
Green dragons should be fine, though. Also, as Chad has rightly pointed out, Sparkover is mainly in Sharlock Castle right now to grab Erdrick's sword. Speaking of, guessing time is over. Alright.
Eternal Newbie just has to get up here, get this door open. Well, get past this armor knight. But yeah, get the door open, and uh-oh.
Did the armored knight manage...
Yeah, those things have sleep. It seems like a low percent chance, maybe just 25, but it is there. Along with these attacks, down to 6 health goes Eternal Newbie. Hurt.
And out!
Oh!
That was
So,
unexpected, folks.
about that pyramid guessing game.
Shout outs to Game Boy F9 for calling it like it is.
Meanwhile, Sparkover hitting the stop spell on the Armor Knight, but the Armor Knight has approximately 0 of that. Takes the axe, plants it in the face of Sparkover, and, well, you can't argue with that.
Apparently the judge doesn't want this game to end for some reason.
But the good news for Eternal Newbie is that he did do a fighting descent, so experience is right there to get level 18.
That is true. We are going to see what...
In fact, I think he could take an Armor Knight or a Red Dragon out here, gain that level, and see what it is.
But no, Eternal Newbie wants to just go straight in. Or, nope, grinding now, I think. Going back and forth. This Armor Knight will do it. As long as we're not put to sleep again. Okay, thank goodness.
Down it goes.
We have definitely hit 18. The numbers. 19, 17, wait, 19, 0, 17, 6.
I think we're good now. I think we're good now with Flame Sword.
We may not even...
We'd probably be good now with Broadsword. Hand Axe would probably be pushing it, though.
Are we seriously going to have a finish without Erdrick's sword? Is this going to be a thing?
Board 555 asking how powerful DL1 is. DL1 is completely vanilla. And we're not on Super Famicom, so no, it does not have sleep.
For those that have, caught a number of the Swiss stages, how many of those matches ended with the winner not having Erdrick's sword? I genuinely want to know.
Game Boy F9 saying 255 strength for DL1. Maybe in Chaos. As Sparkover going to pick up level 16 here, find out that it's not enough, and get right back to the grind.
Now, hold on, folks. The game has not been canceled yet. The game is only going to be canceled if no runner actually goes for it. And if that happens, then,
Then we have a very sad Wolfman on our hands.
more like confused. Math Girl, our restreamer, is wondering what happened. Basically, huge attack power, huge strength gain. It may basically may prevent us from needing to get Erdrick's sword, that's all. Sparkover is now in level 16, but getting her stats reset. And we have Unos here calculating how long it takes to go to the treasury in terms of how long it takes to process turns against the Dragon Lord. And Eternal Newbie, don't do this.
Eternal Newbie's doing it.
No, don't! You're ruining the game! Chat is going to be both impressed and upset with you.
Eternal Newbie's playing for keeps.
Go back to the treasury. We must know where it is.
Sorry, Wolfman, you are not Princess Galen. You do not have but thou must powers. No treasury for you.
I will try, but thou must. But thou must. It's not working, is it?
Nope.
Which means it's up to Sparkover to go into the treasury as the third Guardian tile reveals themselves. Oh, it's a blue dragon.
Yeah, this could be a bit of a challenge.
Ay.
Not with that heal spell against 45 to the face.
And another one for good measure, because why not? Alright, let's get the calculator out. Eternal Newbie is able to deal 11 to 22 damage on Dragon Lord 2. And thus is a fool. And remember, this is with Flame Sword, not Erdrick's sword.
Flame Sword and no Death Necklace. Usually you see these 144s and it's someone taking a 130 and adding Death Necklace to that, as we start with a 14.
Alright, calculator is up. I can...
Ooh, there's a 21 to the face for 35.
I thought that was 24, not oh, okay.
And we're already at the 49 as a... I think that was a triple off the start. 19... $16... I think at this point it's pretty safe to say with that opening triple and that uh-oh. Okay, good, it attacked. Does Eternal Newbie feel behind swinging at 47?
Either that or felt like taking a gamble.
Or
Alright.
maybe just on autopilot, but managed to avoid dying there, and unless Eternal Newbie resets the game, then I think we have our winner.
I do not see a reset. I see a level up for Sparkover, but it is too little, too late. Eternal Newbie has finished in first place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 29 minutes, 42 seconds. Get your GGs in chat, folks.
And with that, That will mark the end of Sparkover in this tournament. Brackets are single elimination all the way up to the semifinals, so Eternal Newbie will advance to take on Dataplet in the next round, and Sparkover will be watching from the sidelines. Although Sparkover going to finish this seed out, just hacking down these Axe Knights. Gonna go for level 8. Seems like going to go for level 18, get the good news. And hopefully we see the treasury.
I want to see the treasury. I did not advertise a guessing game and have it not be used. Alright, we're going to try to get Eternal Newbie in here shortly. In the meantime, Smashy, I need you to hold the fort for a little bit, as I believe I need to help set up the next race.
Yeah, we have a second race tonight, as already mentioned. So, Wolfman's going to set that up. It will be Tyrannex versus Tristal after this race. And here with us now is Eternal Newbie. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much.
So, first things first, why did you swing on 47?
That was a complete mismenu. I tried to hit right, and I guess the A button, I guess the right didn't take. That was a mismenu. I did not mean to do that.
Yeah, that's what we like to say when we've got these guaranteed Dragon Lords. All that can happen is a mismenu, and that almost happened. Key Audition, yeah. Eternal Newbie just said no to the guessing game, took that Flame Sword, and cut down Dragon Lord. And yeah, your rationale for skipping the treasury?
Oh, I didn't need it once I got 19 power. All I needed for the to win was the 12 extra power from the Erdrick Sword. After I got the 19 power from the next level, I didn't need it.
Well, you have made for a very confused wolf man who isn't here right now as he's setting up the next match. But anyways, let's rewind back to the start and that early gold grind. How did you feel doing that gold grind and then realizing that you just barely missed Breckenary where the Silver Shield was?
Oh, I was so mad at that point. As soon as I found that the Breckenary had the Silver Shield and the Flame Sword and a full plate, my heart just sank. I knew that I was already in trouble and that Sparkover was probably going to win at that point. So I felt like I was behind almost from the beginning.
Well, Sparkover actually didn't do an initial gold grind, and I think that finding Rimmildar and just picking up a Flame Sword actually helped you out because it allowed you to just go ahead and start hacking down kind of that next step up from the basic monsters, and that got you a nice experience lead right off the bat.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, that, I wanted to grind up at least to Silver Shield level so that if I found one, great. If not, I'll try to find a Flame Sword or something, just so I can start beating things with it.
Yeah, you were actually ahead on experience the entire way, sometimes by huge amounts. Like, right at the end, Sparkover had 4,500 experience while you had 10k. That's just how this race went.
Wow. Did she find the Axonite in Swamp Cave?
She did eventually. The main thing is she missed the token engraved for... That was the last thing she got, and she had to make a big trek from the Jerk all the way back to Garen's Grave, and then from Garen's Grave all the way back to the Jerk.
Oh,
And in
yeah.
the meantime, you were just torching a whole bunch of Axonites.
Right. Yeah, that grave was kind of out of the way. That was always in the back of my mind, actually. I was wondering if she would find that, because it was, like, tucked away in that swamp that you wouldn't really explore unless you had to.
Yeah, as it turns out, behind another swamp just happened to be the armor, so... a whole bunch
Yeah.
of having to go through swamps.
Yeah, I almost went for strength agility build on this seed. I'm very glad I did not.
Yeah, I think that would have actually forced level 18. Although that probably would have meant you would have been defense breaking the Stone Man as well, so...
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, you had some really high agility throughout the levels. How'd you feel about level 12?
Level 12. Which one was that? Was that where we got hurt more finally?
No, that was 8.
I didn't write down the levels. What was it? What was on level 12?
All the stats.
Oh, was that where we had like 24 power or something?
Yeah, I think it
Whatever
was
that
like
was.
double digits, everything except
Yes.
health.
Yes. That was I was like, well, that's I can start hurting things now.
Yeah, oh! Sparkover going through the treasury. Quickly, Eternal Newbie, guess your pyramid.
Oh, I always go for middle left.
I heard pyramid.
Pyramid! Sparkover is approaching it.
Alright, I'm calling this one. Starting at 250. Magic Key, 200. Herb, 300. Nothing, 50. Nothing. Oh no. 100. Gold, 150. Fairy water, it's back at the judge's table again. Oh
Yeah,
my
I think
God.
I can safely say that, yeah, Sparkover not going back for that.
2 commentaries in a row where this happened. I didn't even roll the seed this time. Okay, I actually need to help out set up a different race actually. So Smashy, I'm actually going to sign off now here. So everyone here, have a good night. Treat Smashy well, and watch out for evil Erdrick sword locations and whatnot. Later.
See ya.
But it's not evil, it's vanilla.
Close enough.
Sparkover's about to get level 18 and just beat down this Dragon Lord anyways, so... Jakite, if you saw a chest in the middle of the little diamond room that is the second basement, that in vanilla is where Edric's sword is. And well, for this race, that's where it is. And what Sports Hefe is saying, right before where you get to what I call the U, where the final monster zone is, where you go left to go down the stairs, you go down instead, and then it's pretty much just a straight path to the final chest. As Sparkover is a fool. You fool, challenging me without Erdrick's sword. Sparkover has 10 heal mores, but as Eternal Newbie proved, this is pretty much just a formality at this point, so putting a 15 in, I think that's above average. Actually, no, that's below average, but getting a few below average rolls, but still putting on the big hits. So while Sparkover hacks down this Dragon Lord, Eternal Newbie, how did you feel when you discovered that just about everything was on the second continent? That doesn't happen much where you have the first continent be the small one.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything. I felt like I couldn't get any traction. I was just spinning my wheels. All I was doing was gaining levels. I couldn't find anything until like 45 minutes in. And then I just happened to go across that one swamp that really just had everything back over there. All the 3 old man caves were there. Yeah, so it was a relief, but I felt like I was way behind at that point. I thought that she already had everything and was on her way down to the Dragon Lord whenever I was finally getting the rainbow drop at that point and starting to finish up my grind.
Yeah, it actually turned out that you two were kind of in sync in your exploration, except for Sparkover missing the dive on Garen's grave, as down goes the Dragon Lord for Sparkover with 2 heal mores still in the tank. Going to cast Return, head up into the castle, and we shall have our time shortly. Sparkover, what are you doing? Sparkover, are you rescuing the princess? Sparkover, are you trying to buy keys? I didn't realize that dude actually disappears. Yeah, Sparkover is sadly gone from the tournament, as this is single elimination. Just gonna walk right up to the princess. And yeah, there's our dot done. 143.31. Sparkover has finished in second place. Although with a bit more of a canon ending